Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another Wednesday night here on Southern Rounds. My name is Dave Kennedy, and I'll be your host tonight through stories and songs. Y'all, sometimes I'm sitting here during these shows, and it's always a pleasure to listen to songwriters do their thing. This week, we've got three artists in here and songwriters that I'm genuinely a fan of all three of them, so I get to be a member of the audience just like you guys. We're gonna have a great time. Fantastic lineup. Real quickly, for anybody who's new to the show. Southern Rounds was born out of an idea from Wyatt, Durrette, and Richard Blackstone. We wanted to bring the songwriter round popularized here in Nashville, Tennessee, out on the road into your honky tonks and bars and theaters and everywhere in between. And like everybody else, we sat back and pivoted a little bit over the last couple of years. And we're bringing you this live stream every other Wednesday night. So we appreciate you tuning in. We're going to have a real good time here tonight. I think some of the storms that have been here have blown through already. So hopefully we won't have any more issues there. And without further ado, we've got who we got here in the studio. We got Mando Saenz, we've got Jaida Dreyer, and we've got Sonia Leigh. Again, I'm a big fan of all three of you guys, and I'm really looking forward to tonight. Mondo, would you mind kicking it off for us here, my brother?
Yeah, I will. A song called "The Deep End." I will kick it off. I wrote with Shannon, right? It's in E flat there, Josh. Josh is in the back, and I'm happy to be here, and it's great to see you. I hadn't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for. Time to put down all your toy guns. Time to learn how to use a real one. Time to take off the training wheels. Time to know how the danger feels. But come on in, I know you want to. Don't be scared to splash around. I know you love me deep enough, don't you? Feet don't need to touch the ground. You're swimming in the deep end now. You're swimming in the deep end now. You're swimming in the deep end now. Let your body lead the way. Time to earn every breath you take. Might be a little cold at first. Give it some time, it's gonna be worth it. But come on in, I know you want to. But don't be scared to splash around. I know you love me deep enough, don't you? Feet don't need to touch the ground. You're swimming in the deep end now. You're swimming in the deep end now. You're swimming in the deep end now. Say I love you forever, I do. Use the words the big boys do. Ain't talking about playing house, playing it safe to keep from sinking down. But come on in, I know you want to. Don't be scared to splash around. I know you love me deep enough, don't you? Feet don't need to touch the ground. You're swimming in the deep end now. You're swimming in the deep end now. You're swimming in the deep end now.
Yeah. That's Mondo Saenz, y'all, man. I can't wait. I'm so happy that you're here, man.
Oh, I'm happy to be here.
Been on the short list of folks that I've wanted to get on this show for a while, so you making my whole damn
Well,
week.
I'm on a lot of short lists, but that's a good one to be.
Oh, man, we're gonna move it. We're gonna hear more from Mondo here in a little bit. We're gonna move it right next door, though, to my old arch nemesis and my new friend, the
Arch nemesis. What?
the lady who sent me home from Real Country TV.
I'm sorry about that.
No, you're not. Don't you lie. I'm not sorry about it either. You're fantastic. Jaida Dreyer, y'all. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing, Dave?
I'm so much better now that we got you guys in here playing some tunes.
Yeah.
And I just get to sit back and listen and hang. Would you tell us a little bit about what you're going to play here? And introduce that young man behind you here playing the guitar.
Yes. Right behind me, we have the fabulous, super talented guitar player, singer, songwriter, artist, friend, human being, Mr. Josh Owen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
And I was debating what song to sing first. And I'm going to sing a song about cowboys first. So I wrote this song. This was second song that I wrote with one of my dear friends, Josh Morningstar, who is an incredible songwriter and artist. And long story short, once upon a time, I was engaged to a cowboy from Texas, and then not engaged to a cowboy from Texas.
It's the short version.
It's the short version. And so I wrote him this song. It's called I Don't Want to Talk About Cowboys. Well, I don't want to talk about cowboys, clean white shirts, jingle jangling spurs, yes ma'am's two-steppins, crease jeans, Stetsons, and don't you even get me started on Texas, cause I don't want to talk about Fort Worth. Here's Stoney LaRue singing out of Bill Blues, lemon drop cocaine, Hank Hill propane, yellow rose cornbread moon. I ain't talking about Texas, Fort Worth cowboys, till the next time I do. Yodelay, yodel, hang 'em high, tie 'em down and let 'em go. Yippee-yi-ki-yay, saddle right away. Yodelay, 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 yodel, yodel. Well, I don't want to talk about horses, dapple grays, Palomino's bays, red dirt loping, jackpot roping. They'll break a bone in your heart wide open. And I don't want to talk about hurting, cause ponies and pain, they're one and the same. No rolls in the hay, dropping the reins, or the mud they drug me through. I ain't talking about Texas, Fort Worth cowboys, horses roping, loping, cocaine, propane, or out of Bill Blues. Until the next time I do. Yodelay, yodel, hang 'em high, tie 'em down and let 'em go. Yippee-yi-ki-yay, saddle up right away. Yodelay, 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 yodel. Ah, 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 ah. Yodelay, yodel, hang 'em high, tie 'em down and let 'em go. Yippee-yi-ki-yay, saddle up right away. Yodelay, 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 yodel, yodel. Well, I don't want to talk about cowboys, clean white shirts, jingle jangling spurs, Fort Worth, Texas, and wasting my breath with anything me and you. Until the next time I do.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeehaw!
That's great.
Thanks, friends.
That's got you and Morningstar all over it right there, for sure.
Thank
I was sitting in a room one time with Wyatt, Durrette, and Channing Wilson, just kind of hanging out. They were writing with Josh. He was a little late. And he came in and started playing something that he had written like that morning. And I just got up and I was like, well, it's clear you guys don't need me right here. I'll be on the road. I wasn't a part of this ride anyway.
Yeah, he's just, man, he's been a real gift in my life for sure, as far as just
fantastic.
friendship and writing songs. And yeah, he's a good egg. If you guys get a chance to see him, he's out on the road a lot. Make sure you go and check him out.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Jaida, for being here so much. We can't wait to hear more from you here in a little bit, too. And right down here, playing anchor tonight.
Yeah.
Miss Sonia Leigh, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. How are you? It's good to
Sonia's
see you, Dave.
she's a Southern Rounds vet out of the three here. She's been here at least once, if not a couple times.
I came once during when the pandemic kind of broke. We were all in masks in different rooms.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I think I had Erin Enderlin down here in my
Yeah.
house
she
that
was,
night.
Yeah. That was great. That was awesome. Yeah.
Oh, you guys are great. Well, we appreciate you coming back, Sonia. I'm such a big fan of yours, and I can't wait to hear you play, and I love to hear what you're going to play here in just a second.
Well, likewise, I'm a very big fan of yours, as you know. I remember the first time I saw you play, I was kind of drunk, and I was like, I want to get you a record deal. I don't know what the hell,
Hey.
how I
I'm still
thought
waiting.
I could do. I don't know what I was thinking I could do. I'll play this one. I wrote this with Danny Myrick, and it was my first write with him, and I was pretty nervous, so I kind of like got one started, before I showed up to it, and it went pretty well. And then we got this song on the show Nashville. I got to play. I like to be a kind of a, what do they call it? Cameo and play.
Actor?
Yeah, I played. I think there used to be a coffee shop called The Post or something, and they filmed it there, and I was in a scene, and I got to play myself, and the song was in it, and then it was in that video game, The Sims.
Yeah.
Nice.
We did all right with this one, so it's called When We Are Alone. I think it also got on Sirius XM, The Highway.
It's not a world this one doesn't live in. Sounds like.
And that's the wrong capo. Sorry, guys. I'm going to start over.
No worries.
Friday night, all decked out. You don't know what you're missing now. Feeling high, got you on my mind. Me and my best girlfriend, oh, we're ready to ride. Why don't you meet me downtown? Put your arms around me, kiss me hard, tell me that I'm yours. The way you do behind closed doors. Oh, things you say when we are alone. You lay me down and tell me I'm your home. But here I am, waiting, baby. Oh, your words are singing to me like a song. The sun is setting on you like a stone. I keep hanging on and on to the things you say when we are alone. Lights are low, music is loud. Yeah, you should be here dancing with me now. Why don't you meet me downtown? Put your arms around me, kiss me hard, tell me that I'm yours. What do you do behind closed doors? Oh, things you say when we are alone. You lay me down and tell me I'm your home. Here I am, waiting, baby. Oh, your words are singing to me like a song. The sun is setting on you like a stone. I keep hanging on and on to
Y'all, Sonia Leigh could sing me a bold-faced line. I believe every word of it. I love hearing you sing, girl. God,
Yeah.
Moses.
Likewise.
Freaking sets me
Oh, that's
on
so
fire.
sweet. Thank you so much. That's very kind.
We're going to hear more from you here in a little bit, too. But we're going to run back up here to the front to Mando. Man, so usually on this round, I ask folks where they're from and tell us all that stuff. And we'll get to all that shit later. But you came out, your last project was called All My Shame.
Yep.
And man, I spun the absolute shit out of that thing, dude. I love that thing. Would you just tell us a little bit about that? Who was involved and like where that came from? Would you mind going into that?
No, not at all. Thank you. Yes, that came out this past last February. So it's a little over a year. That came out. Did it with Ken Coomer, my old buddy Ken Coomer. We all know Ken. Well, do y'all know Ken Coomer? He's the original drummer of Wilco and all that. But he's produced lots of cool stuff. And I've known him for years, and we got together just to do an EP. And this is pre-pandemic. And turned out we just liked the way it was going.
Yeah.
So we just ended up doing 5 more songs, basically, and then it came
Where'd
out.
you guys cut?
He has a studio there in his house, back kind of studio.
Here in town?
Yeah. There. So yeah, and then it came out in February, and it got a good reaction, good press, and all that, and I was happy with it. I'm glad you liked it.
It was great, man.
Yeah.
Mando, you're
I mean, not that I'm really surprised that it was great or anything,
Well,
You're so humble.
Well, no, and I've had hadn't been good about putting stuff out very often. It was 8 years since my previous record, Studebaker, so it was good to get something out. And I didn't realize how long it had been. At 8 years.
That's
old.
a man who cares about what he's putting out, though. That's somebody who's thoughtful about it.
I don't know. I need to. What is it? Content? Is that what they call it? I need to get more
That's
content.
what the kids are calling
Selfishly,
yeah.
I'd love more content, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. But I'll play a song off that. It's called Cautionary Tale. I'll play
Yeah,
that
man.
song.
Some things you gotta learn the hard way. Plain as salt, something to say, the bitter truth, a hand to shake. It's a cautionary tale. A dozen hours at the come up roses, silhouette, cigarette pose behind the curtain, where she only knows it's a cautionary tale. How was I so blind? I should have known it all the time. Just another part of the big machine where the lights are bright, the streets are mean, the talk is smooth. When it wants to be, it's a cautionary tale. And I know that I'm not the only one running out of days in the sun that gave it all for none. It's a cautionary tale. I should have known it all the time. Imagine my surprise. How could love be so unkind? But how could love be so unkind? Shame on you, do it again. What's a fool to do but take to heart what you're listening to? It's a cautionary tale. It's a good and tell me about the bad news. Choose to dance, dance to lose a second chance. Too late for you, it's a cautionary tale.
Told y'all.
Hey, these mics. I like these mics. These are good.
I love saying "I told you so." Golly, man, it's just one of my favorite things in the world. Yeah, that's Mando Saenz, y'all, and that's off of All My Shame. Y'all should go check it out, go buy it, and then after you buy it, spin it on every platform you can find, man, because it's just you're not going to be disappointed. Clearly,
Well, thanks. Thank you so much.
yeah, man. We appreciate just appreciate you playing something off of it right there.
Cool.
Jaida Dreyer.
Hey, y'all, hey.
You know, when we got put up against each other on that show, I knew I was in trouble because I'd seen
Do y'all
you.
have a checkered past?
Oh, it's like
Well, once upon a time,
Hulk Hogan.
I decided to go on national television.
It's like Hulk Hogan and the Iron Sheik over here. We're just now.
I mean, I might
Yeah,
be
Jada and I
biased,
were
but
on
I feel
television
like
for
our
a bit.
episode was extra difficult.
Oh, that was
And
like,
I mean, I thought you were gonna kick my ass. I mean, I did.
you know what? Once they put that out there, I was like, we're gonna be a part of the best. And, you know, nothing against anybody else that was out there. We love all you guys. We had the
Yeah,
best
it was.
we had the
I
best
mean, there was a lot of talent on that show. There really was.
totally.
And, you
No,
know,
we had a lot of fun.
We did.
I was going to say I knew I was in trouble because I'd seen you in an interview with the only man I ever loved, Kevin Costner, talking about you at some point in time, and I was like, "Oh hell, I'm in trouble right here." But
Yeah. Kevin Costner said my name.
I know, right? He ain't never said my name, so I guess
He said it twice. I remember my mom saw that interview on YouTube with Kevin before I did, and so backstory: I had a song that I wrote with one of my favorite songwriters and collaborators, Mr. Park Chisholm, and we wrote this song called "The Killer," and it made its way to Kevin, and I was told he was going to record the song for Yellowstone. He was going to use it in Yellowstone. And so I assumed, because Kevin has his own band and everything, that he was going to sing the song. And I knew he wanted my voice on it, so I assumed I was going to be singing backgrounds. So the next thing you know, I get a mix back on this song, and it's my lead vocal and Kevin Costner singing backgrounds with me. And he put it on the record, and it says it's on the Kevin Costner, the Tales from Yellowstone, and it's like says Kevin Costner featuring Jaida Dreyer, but it's really me with Kevin Costner singing backgrounds, and that was really cool placement to have in that show.
yeah.
Thank you.
I'd say that'll do. That'll do.
Yeah, and so there was that interview where he said my name twice, and
That's twice.
it was pretty
He
special.
said it twice.
He said it twice, yeah.
That's like
and he
6
said
more-
my name correctly. He pronounced it correctly and everything.
That's right. Well, that's awesome. Well, again,
Thanks.
so proud to have you here, and I would love to hear a little bit more about what you're going to play next for us, please.
Oh man, well, so once upon a time, I got together with 3 of my best friends. Tommy Cecil, who is my oldest friend in town, that he literally used to crash on my couch before he even moved to Nashville. Jody Stevens and Cole Taylor, and we got together. And we thought we were writing a pop song that day, and we wrote a duet, and we were super proud of it. And next thing you know, Florida Georgia Line has it on hold, and we are just so fired up about that. And then next thing you know, we get a call that Luke Bryan wants to record the song. And Florida Georgia Line was getting ready to go in the studio like 2 weeks from that moment, and we really needed that cut. And Luke basically said that he was working on the record before. He said, I don't know when I'm going in to record for the next record. Don't know when that will be, but if I can have this song, I promise you that I will record it, and I promise that I'll make it a single. And we were terrified. But Luke Bryan is a man of his word, and I think he pulled like 4 or 5 other singles off the record before Kill the Lights. But he did record the song, and he did make it a single, and it was a 3-week #1.
Yeah,
and
girl.
was nominated for a CMA and an ACM, and changed my life. So thank you, Luke Bryan. And this is called Home Alone Tonight.
Yeah.
What you doing in this place? Well, I could probably ask you the same thing. Another round, girl, what you think? If you're fine, well, you know I'll drink. So make it 7 on 7. Do you want it on the rocks? A double shot of heaven spilling off the top. And we'll go shot for shot for shot till we forgot what we came here to forget. Ain't a clock to tick the top that's gonna stop a night we won't regret. Put your drink down, throw your camera up, and flip it around and snap a payback picture. I'll send it to my ex, I'll send it to my ex, and send them both a text saying we ain't going home alone tonight. You ain't gotta, I ain't gotta go home alone tonight. Slow country from the cover band. I got you covered if you don't know how to dance. But if you want, we could grab a cab. Girl, we got all night, I got a bottomless tab. So let's go shot for shot for shot till we forgot what we came here to forget. Ain't a clock to tick the top that's gonna stop a night we won't regret. Put your drink down, throw your camera up, I'll flip it around and snap a payback picture. I'll send it to my ex, I'll send it to my ex, send them both a text saying we ain't going home alone tonight. You ain't gotta, I ain't gotta go home alone tonight. It feels too good to let it end right here. So let's not let it end right here. So let's go shot for shot till we forgot what we came here to forget. Ain't a clock to tick a top that's gonna stop a night we won't regret. Put your drink down, throw your camera up, I'll flip it around, we'll snap a payback picture. I'll send it to my ex, I'll send it to my ex, send them both a text saying we ain't going home alone tonight. You ain't gotta, I ain't gotta go home alone tonight. Well, I ain't going home alone tonight. You ain't gotta, I ain't gotta go home alone tonight.
Yeah.
On that song. That's awesome.
No wonder they were fighting over that song, you know?
Thanks. And I would be silly to not mention it was a duet. It was a duet recorded with Karen Fairchild from Little Big Town.
Yeah. Well, that's fantastic. And we appreciate you playing that one for us now.
It's all of us?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we've got a storm going on in our headphones over here.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what that might be. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll get that straightened out. But in the meantime, I want to hear from Miss Sonia Leigh. And I tell you what, Sonia. No, looky there. That's the reason we're professionals around here. We got people that can handle that kind of thing.
Magic.
You know? That's what I get for speaking too soon. Hey, we're just gonna go. We're gonna go with it.
We'll roll
for a
with
minute.
it. Take your ears off. Take them off.
That's
Take them off.
a
Yeah.
good idea. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm digging
Yeah.
these headphones around my
Yeah.
face
Just take
anyway.
it off. There you go.
But I am not going to be able to hear what you're
Right
saying.
here, put
actually.
it
That's okay. Hey, Sonia, you just play a song and we'll talk next time. You do your thing, girl.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Outside and it's storming.
I know, yeah. This is right.
I love you,
So
Sonia.
good to see you again.
It's been a long time.
And I remember, I think the last time I saw you, maybe the first time we met though, we were writing a song.
I think we've met before, but it was probably I was a fangirl.
Oh,
A
whatever.
fangirl. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, and then I was like, I want to write with Sonia Leigh.
Shut up.
And then it happened.
Dang, and we never did it
We
again.
never did it
I don't
again.
know
We
why.
became social media
I don't
friends,
know
and I
why.
feel like we've been good friends
I've
ever
been
since
rooting
then.
for you,
but
and I'm so proud
likewise.
of you. For you.
I'm proud of
Likewise.
both of y'all girls.
Mondo.
We're proud of you too, Mondo.
Oh, come
Yeah.
on. But I'm proud of Josh, too.
Josh, we're also proud of you.
Oh, shoot.
Josh, are you proud of us?
I'm so proud of y'all.
Oh, good.
Nothing but pride
He's
going
looking
on
down
around
on
here,
us
y'all.
with pride.
How about I get some vocal? 1, 2. Yeah, Mondo came and played down at Eddie's at with me.
Yes.
I don't know, last year was it?
Well, no, it's
It
pretty.
wasn't during the pandemic, was
No, it was before that.
Before
it
that.
might have been 3 years ago.
it? Yeah.
It feels like every
God,
time.
I don't know
last
what's
year.
going on anymore. What the time
know,
is
I
on?
don't
It's
know
like I'm serious. It's like it was just yesterday, but it's like time,
Time warps.
whatever that was that happened didn't happen, and
Yeah.
it's like it's just the other day, man.
know.
It's like no,
It is
actually, you
strange.
just woke up from a coma 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was somehow yesterday and 10
Are
years
you
ago.
doing
at the
a
same time.
residency at Eddie's, you said?
That's
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I'm just doing a residency starting May. I'll do May, June, and July. So I'm bringing some cool people with me. Boys
Heck
Club
yeah.
for Girls are coming. Bonner Black's coming. A girl called Coley, my homie.
When are you doing that?
May, June, and July. The dates
Awesome.
are on my
Y'all go make sure you check out
Instagram
everything,
and stuff.
all
Hey,
of
gotta do
Sonia's
some stuff.
socials.
Go to
Eddie's
the
Eddie's
Instagram.
Attic. Eddie's Attic is one of the
That's in Atlanta,
best sounding
yeah.
rooms. Yeah, I was gonna say, so one of the best sounding rooms around. It's a place where people actually sit and listen to songs. And anybody out who's gonna be in the Atlanta area who wants to travel down to that area, it's worth a trip just to go down to Eddie's and listen to Sonia and her friends play music.
It's a vibe. It's
It
a
is
vibe
a
for
vibe.
Sheezy.
Totally.
I just did that. And time warp. That how long's it been since for Sheezy was cool to say?
Well,
We're bringing it
Falling
back right
asleep
here
about
tonight.
10
about 5 seconds.
That's right.
You know what? I'm gonna play the one me and Mando wrote this song
Oh, yeah.
together.
Yeah. That's called synergy, folks.
It's called Justine. I think that's right. Sitting here in this, I gotta be out a little bit higher. So. There it is. Sitting here in this corner booth where it's easier to see the truth. I watch her light up this whole damn room. She loves the attention, keeps the boys guessing. She makes her way around, starting little fights. One by one, casting spells with her eyes. She draws them in, yeah, she knows what she's doing. Got an angel's face and she's not afraid to use it. Justine, let 'em down easy, be gentle when you tell 'em that you're mine. Justine, hearts will be breaking when you tell 'em that you're taking. Baby, take your time. Justine, let 'em down easy. Everybody thinks they've got a chance, buying her drinks and asking her to dance. I don't mind, can't blame a boy for trying. She loves the attention and keeps the boys guessing. Justine, let 'em down easy, be gentle when you tell 'em that you're mine. Justine, hearts will be breaking. You tell them that you're taking, baby, take your time. Justine, let them down easy. She's just a girl, can't help but turn them on. I'm the lucky one, I guess I take her home. Justine, let them down easy. Be gentle when you tell them that you're mine. take it, baby, take your time, Justine. Little down easy, yeah. Little down easy.
Yeah.
I love that song,
I love
man. It's
that
fun
song.
to play. It's just got a swing. Kind of reminds me of the Eagles rolling down the road.
Elvis Costello.
Ooh,
Very Costello.
Totally.
it's a fun song to sing. I love that song.
I love a song that's about just about a name or a person or whatever that where you can actually make it a thing. I don't know. Sometimes it's just girl and you
We all
and
know that
him
girl.
and whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
We all
Just give her a
know that
name though.
I may have been a bit hungover when we wrote that.
Oh, we both were.
Surely not.
I remember you were. You were.
Well, I
too.
walked in, you're like, "Are you good?" I'm like,
You were dying.
I thought I looked all right, but yeah.
But here's the thing that happened 35 times somewhere in Nashville today too. So
Today.
they just didn't write a song that
Part of the
good.
deal.
They just didn't write a song as good as y'all's.
Are we becoming too predictable in Nashville? You get drunk and then you wake up and go write a song, then you go to the Red Door, and then you get drunk again and you go write a song. And then it's like, but then it just happens. I don't know. At least before all the madness seems
Right.
like it's
At least
That was
before
it.
I got
easy to
sober.
get caught up in that.
Yeah.
Then you
It
get
is
people
easy.
visiting from out of town. Hey, I want to go write a song, and then get drunk, and then you get at the Red Door.
Yeah. There you are.
It's like
Oh yeah, man.
I wrote a song about Red Door. It goes, good Lord, Red Door.
really.
My head hurts just thinking about
I
it.
say I've never heard that, but I know every word to it.
Yep.
You'll never get out of that black hole.
Oh man, well Mando Saenz, would you we were joking earlier. I definitely wore this shirt to troll you there with opening day coming up tomorrow. But I know
Yeah.
that you cut your teeth around the Houston area, correct?
I did. I did. I was in Houston with some of Jada's friends there. Hayes Carl, John Evans. all
Yeah,
that.
the
We were
OG
all
crew.
We were all
Houston boys.
Houston. I grew up in Corpus Christi, but then I bounced around Texas and eventually ended up in Houston in my 20s and started writing music and trying to become a musician, and it was a pretty cool time to be there. So yeah, I eventually became, obviously an Astros fan. But I'm proud of the Braves. I'm proud of your Braves for winning the thing. The thing, as Sonia says.
We didn't have to bang no trash cans or nothing.
Yeah, hey, it was.
That's a low blow. That's a
that's
low
all right.
blow.
We
Well,
did.
tell us about Houston and Nashville, man. Give us that part of the journey if you can.
Well, now I was in Houston for about maybe 5 or 6 years,
Uh-huh.
and then I made a record in Texas while I was living in Houston, and it came out kind of mildly, and then Frank Liddell got a hold of it here, and then I just came visiting. I was on a tour with Hayes Carl and took a meeting and all that, But then I eventually moved here. It's been 17 years, and that's crazy to think about.
I've known you for 15 of them.
I was gonna
Really?
say, well, we're glad that you're here.
Well, I'm glad I'm here, but it just weird thinking about time. That's just a long time for anything. 17 and 15, knowing her for 15 years, that's a long time, when you think. I'm kidding. No, I love you, Jada, very much.
You too, Mondo. We're just getting old.
I love you
We
too.
still
We're
look
just
good
getting
though.
I was about to say, y'all don't look a day older than having known each other for 12 years.
Well, and
Convoluted math right there.
Sonia and Josh, they look amazing. today.
Yes.
Thanks for not
And
leaving
you.
us out.
No. Stunning group.
That's the reason I host. My picture's so small on that screen, nobody can see what I look like anyway. If I'm all
It keeps
beard,
getting smaller. You were bigger earlier, now
Yeah.
it's like
I'm all-
Willy Wonka.
I'm all beard on this thing, man. It's all good. It's my best feature.
What should I play a song?
I would love to. I would love for you to do that. Tell us a little bit about it first. buddy.
Okay, this song is off the new record, All My Shame. I wrote this with Chris Tuttle, and we wrote it maybe like really quickly somehow, and It's on the new record I did with Ken, and it made the girl singing harmony on it. Had never heard it before in the studio. She started crying while she was singing it, and I go, "Oh, geez, what's wrong?" You know, but I guess I don't know. The lyrics made her cry. So
Yeah, man.
hey,
So get ready.
I don't. It's not even a sad song. I don't know what's going on with that. I think she was in a weird mood.
You never know where someone's gonna meet somebody.
Yeah. It's called "As I Watch You Slowly Drift Away," which is the longest song. It's the longest song title by far of it. It's in D, Josh. So sure you would have figured that out. But do the words on the marquee really say what they mean? But through the tinted backseat windows of a limousine, what's the point of making sense? The ride that you're on is a passing thing. And does the old familiar sound of a wedding bell only last as long as a splash and a wishing well? Ain't nothing really guaranteed. Soon you might be walking down a lonesome trail. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. Because there really isn't nothing left to say. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. As I watch you, darling, slowly drift away. We're standing at the intersection of a West End street. The one way leads to the valley, the other the sea. We used to think there's only one way home, till everything you had is gone and now you're free. And the truck stop waitress says you can call me Louise. I said thank you ma'am, more coffee if you please. She laughed like a broken dream, the cover of a magazine she used to read. I say goodnight. I say goodnight. Because there really isn't nothing left to say. Say goodnight. Say goodnight. As I watch you, darling, slowly drift away. And as I watch you, darling, slowly drift away.
Yeah, man.
I'm scared.
It doesn't surprise me that
Are
she
you
broke
sad
down
yet?
crying there, man.
Oh, well,
Oh.
I don't know.
Sonia literally had goosebumps.
like
She like
literally-
showed
Yeah,
it
man.
all of us.
Well, I was sitting,
Brilliant lyric. I mean, wow. I mean, I know it doesn't surprise me, but wow.
yeah, man. I was sitting there, after you introduced the song that way, I thought about it in those terms, like, well, how would this, what would have made somebody cry about this? And man, it's such a, obviously the words are there, but man, that melody is just. Sometimes you get, I don't know, man. That's the beautiful thing about this medium is that you get those two things, and when they work in Congress like that together, man, it's just it's right. And you got it
Yeah,
on
well,
that
and
one,
it's
dude.
it's weird because that song was supposed to be when we wrote it, it was faster, like a Tangled Up in Blue kind
Oh,
of thing.
really? Oh.
And then Ken made us slow it way down,
was-
and then it kind of opened, I guess, the lyrics up, and I didn't, whatever. Sometimes you don't know what you write till after you're done doing
And
it.
that, kids, is why you hire a producer.
Well, I think it just get out of your own head.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
Yeah.
sometimes nice to have a second set of ears to lay on something. I mean, as much as a lot of this stuff can be personal, and as much as we've lived some of this stuff, and as it bleeds out of you, man, you get a second
Yeah.
set of ears, and it can just give it a whole different life. And
Yeah.
that's beautiful. I love that.
Yeah, 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 and it's we could be hard headed when our songs are being told to be done differently, and then
Totally.
we realize it's the right thing to do.
Yeah,
So, hopefully,
absolutely, man.
we all struggle with that. I know
Yeah, we do.
with
I do.
with other things,
I
along with
do.
other things, but but yeah, but I'm glad you like this song.
Yeah, negotiating that line between listening and being open, but also being true is
Sure.
not always an easy thing to do. But
Yeah.
man, y'all blew it out of the water on that one for sure.
Well, thanks.
Beautiful stuff, man. Like I
Thank
say,
you.
guys, Mando Saenz, you want to go check him out if you hadn't heard of him before. I try to tell y'all from the beginning about all three of these guys.
I see the chat blowing up kind of a little bit over there.
Oh, totally. It
I
should
have
be.
my
blowing up.
glasses on though.
Well, let's see. Speaking of journeys, the journey woman right there in the center here, Jaida. You and I have talked enough. I know.
Why are you laughing? You
I
just look at
don't
my
know.
face. He looks at my face and starts laughing.
You just bring joy.
That's a good laugh.
Just a joyful noise right there. But Jaida, yeah, tell us, because your journey is so different than everybody else's. Tell us a little bit about how you made it to Nashville and where you're from and all that kind of stuff. If you would.
Well, it is quite the story, but I was born in Thunder Bay, Ontario, Canada. I was raised in Iowa for the first 12 years of my life. Tennessee is the 7th state that I've lived in. So my mom and we left Iowa when I was 12, and I went from Iowa to Florida, Florida to Georgia, Georgia to California, California to Wisconsin, Wisconsin to Texas, Texas back to Georgia, and then I moved to Nashville. And
Jaida has a travel agency on the side. If anybody needs any help booking a trip to Wisconsin.
I've always said, it's funny, I always said I'm a walking Hank Snow song, and so that's why it was so apropos that I sang that song on the show, Dave.
Yeah. Gave me the boot.
and, that was the one that did it,
That was
wasn't
the
it?
one. I tried to sing Merle Haggard. You're out here singing Hank Snow. But you know what?
I mean,
Hey, but you know what we did? We played Merle Haggard and Hank Snow on
we
on
did.
television.
We were real country.
You're
We
damn
can be
right we
real
were.
proud of that.
Damn right we were.
So yeah, I grew up showing horses,
I'm
and
gonna say you have roots in with horses and rodeo and all
Yep.
kinds of stuff, right?
I won my first world championship when I was 5, and showing ponies. And my mom was an equine reproductive specialist, which means she made the babies, and we usually worked. She worked on 1 to 2 year contracts, and we kind of just went where the checks cleared. And it was an interesting way to grow up. I mean, there was a time that we were homeless. We lived out of our car, and I was forced to grow up pretty quickly, and that's why I write songs. Yeah, and I've been here 15 years now. I can't believe that. This is the longest I've ever been anywhere.
Me too. That's weird.
Yeah, so it's really home now.
was
People
gonna
ask where
say-
I'm from, and I've been saying Nashville now because
Yeah.
it's where I'm from now. And I've never been anywhere long enough to see a place change.
Right.
And so that's also been really interesting. First time in my life, just, watching a town. They've made a city out of us.
I guess, well, I am so happy that you found it. It may have taken you a while, but you found a home here,
Yeah.
and we are all blessed for
Oh,
that.
thank
So
you.
we appreciate you. Would you tell us about what you're going to play next, please?
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to sing a song about Jerry Lee Lewis. This is a song that I wrote again with my friend Josh Morningstar. And he recorded this and put it on his EP called The Plea. But I remember the day that we wrote this, we were hanging out and we were listening to a podcast called Disgraceland. And it was all about Jerry Lee Lewis. And I learned some things that you guys may or may not know about Jerry Lee. But Jerry Lee may or may not have gotten away with murder, not once, but twice. So we wrote this song. It's
Might have an easier
called
time.
Jerry Lee.
Might have an easier time
Jerry
talking
Lee.
about the laws Jerry Lee didn't break. One point in time or another.
This is true. I opened a show for Jerry Lee years ago in Las Vegas, and I am glad that I didn't know any of these things about him until after, many years after. I don't know if I would have looked at him the same.
You're like, Jerry Lee, we'll call you the killer. You don't actually
He's
have to
the
do
killer.
it. We'll still call you the killer. It's okay. Jaida Dreyer, y'all.
Woo! Oh, I'm Jerry Lee, hillbilly insanity, tickling teens and ivories. Praise the Lord, Elvis died. I'm Jerry Lee, pianos, pistols, tragedy, Pentecostal fury and a shot of speed, singing great balls of fire. Well, if you don't know, then I'll learn you something. They don't call me the killer for nothing. Dangerous and methamphetamine buzzing, crazy enough to marry my first cousin. Touched by the devil, paranoid hellraiser. Hey, Chuck Berry, I'm the real trailblazer. People always staring like they're scared of me. For the record, they ought to be. I'm Jerry Lee, hillbilly insanity, tickling teens and ivories. Praise the Lord, Elvis died. I'm Jerry Lee, pianos, pistols, hear the screams, Pentecostal fury and a shot of speed, singing great balls of fire. Oh. Well, there's blood on the carpet, blood on the lamp, blood on the bed sheets, blood on my hands. This sort of thing might have happened before, but that bad girl ain't bad no more. I know I'm needy, sometimes jealous, I'm larger than life, baby, I can't help it. She knew this would happen if she tried to leave. Nobody walks out on me. I'm Jerry Lee, hillbilly insanity, tickling teens and ivories. Praise the Lord, Elvis died. I'm Jerry Lee, pianos, pistols, rest in peace, Pentecostal fury and a shot of speed, singing great balls of fire. Oh, 7 wives, 7 deadly sins, 4 and 5 died, coincidence, disorder counting no evidence, cause and effect of messing with old Jerry Lee, inconclusive autopsy, who, what, where, why, it's a mystery, but it's all right. I'm Jerry Lee, and the boys round here take care of me. They wouldn't dare try to pin it on me with my great balls of fire. I sang great balls of fire, still singing great balls of fire. Mm. Woo!
Yeah.
That's a masterpiece.
Thank you. I am really proud of that song.
Incredible lyrics.
I remember
Wow.
the song when we listened to the podcast. Though the song literally just like wrote itself. We're just listening to it and we're just like, this is so good. Like, and we're just like catching blips and like, yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
So the reason I mute my microphone when y'all are playing is when somebody has a line says tickling teens and ivory.
Oh, yeah.
I can lose my brain right there. I lost it. That's perfect because you guys told the truth on that shit right there.
Who'd you write that with? Who'd you write it with?
It's Morningstar,
Josh
right?
Morningstar. Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Josh put that out on his record.
Yep, he did.
I think that was the first time I heard it was on his.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he does a killer version of it.
Oh my goodness, that's
Killer,
that's-
pun intended.
You know, folks. Sometimes when we write these songs and are chasing cuts or whatever it is, you kind of have to mellow this stuff out. But how do you whitewash a life like that? You just got to put it out
Yeah.
there the way it was.
Yeah,
And I'm
totally.
very
There's
grateful
no
you guys did.
white on whiting that one.
No, no, not even a little bit. Oh me, well, thank you for that.
Thank you.
Sonia Leigh, last time through, I was preparing to ask you to tell us a little bit about your journey into Nashville, and the static electricity got in our way, but we're through that now. We've made it through that part of our journey. Would you tell us a little bit about your musical journey and how you got here and some of your triumphs and all that kind of stuff?
Oh, okay, sure.
I'm
Just
done
like
talking.
still
now.
thinking about that song. Following these two incredible humans is like you start thinking about, well, what the hell am I going to start switching up what you're going to play? You're like, well, I don't think that one's good enough. I should play it differently. But no, I mean, for me, I moved here. I had all my stuff in storage in Atlanta. I'd been there for 12 years and I'd signed with Southern Ground when I was on Zach's label for a little while, and we were
Zach
touring.
who?
Zach Brown.
That's okay.
yeah.
Girl. Say it with pride.
I don't know why I
girl.
figured that because it's Southern Rounds. For
Yeah.
some reason, I feel like Southern Ground and Wyatt.
No,
Of course. Yeah, so we were touring pretty extensively, and so I just put all my stuff in storage because I was like, "There's no use in paying rent." And so, when I was out on the road, half of my band lived in Nashville. Will Harrison, who plays with Billy Currington and a bunch of people, he was in my.
too.
Will is the best guitar player. He's wonderful. Now besides Josh.
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 This is old school. We're going way back.
Way back. So Will was in my band, and Jacob Thomas Jr., who is also an artist here, who's one of my very best friends. And so I had half of my crew here in Nashville. And when I'd come through Nashville, I really enjoyed being here. And I guess what made the cut when I was out on the road, my mom she had been battling terminal cancer, but it kind of got to the towards the kind of end of the game, and I had to stop mid tour and go be with her for a while, and I basically drove straight from her funeral from out in Alabama to Nashville and slept on Jacob's couch and found my place, which I'm still in. 10 years in October. This coming October will be 10 years, and just kind of made the decision I'm gonna do it. In those moments by her side, I realized that there was a lot of things that I'd just been thinking of doing, and I realized how short time was. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I've been in Atlanta for a long time, and I love Atlanta. It's my heart. But it was time to go do something new for me, and I've been feeling that calling. I was just too afraid to make the leap because everybody, said, "Oh, Nashville's a hard town and stuff." And so I figured, I'm on a label, so I might as well, that's probably the best way I could roll in, I guess. But then, then I'm on the label anymore. So, but I now, I've been a songwriter here for a long time, and it's been amazing. So I'm really glad I made the jump.
Well, if anybody's ready to come and take on Nashville, is you.
Well, thank you very much.
No,
Yeah. So, I guess I'll play this song because during that time by her side was the first time I ever heard my very first number one hit. Goodbye in Her Eyes. Zach recorded went number one, and it was kind of crazy because I didn't know because I'd been in the hospital, and I left the hospital to go shower. I'd just been by her side for a while, and I went and I was on my way back to the hospital, and I was at a red light, and they came on the radio and they said new number one song by Zach Brown, Goodbye in Her Eyes. And I'll never forget where I was. I was at a red light. I was turning left, and I could see the hospital down the road, and I never, I wrote this song with them. I mean, him and Wyatt Durrette had already kind of had the first verse, and chorus written. And one night we were all hanging around by the fire, and they were playing. They played that, and they stopped, and I was like, "What are you stopping for?" They're like, "We never finished. That's an old one." I was like, "Y'all better finish that song. That's a hit song." Yeah. I never knew I was going to be a part of it. It was probably weeks later. We were riding on the bus writing, and we finished that song, and so I didn't have any clue that I would be a part of it, and much less like it was such a. I listened to it a totally different way in that moment, and it was kind of like a double-edged sword, bittersweet moment for me because, Anyway, enough now. Y'all want to cry? I'm gonna make everybody cry. Y'all ready?
No, that's a beautiful story, and thank you for sharing that with us. That's very special.
Well, I want to, I'm very, very proud to be a part of the songs I wrote with Zach and Wyatt and all. So that changed my life, So anyway, okay, all right, we'll do it.
Sonia Leigh.
I'm no Zach Brown, so I'll just sing it how I know it.
He ain't no Sonia Leigh.
I could tell that it was over when her lips met mine. Emptiness in her voice, hesitation when she smiled. Didn't have to say a word, it was just so plain to see. She found what she'd been looking for, and I knew it wasn't me. I saw goodbye in her eyes. Don't think I could change it. There's no way to disguise. We will never make it. Sometimes I feel like a clown, can't take off his makeup. The life she wanted, it was gone. Prince Charming, I wasn't. I would trade thousand Babylons to be in her arms tomorrow. Like the tide, her love is come and gone, and it's time for me to go. I saw goodbye in her eyes. Don't think I could change it. There's no way to disguise. We will never make it. Should I hold on to what we've got, or is it just a waste of time? One thing that I know for sure, I saw goodbye in her eyes. I know you got somebody new now. Oh, my candles have burned out. He's gonna love the way you shine. Oh, but so did I. it ain't what you mean. That goodbye in your eyes, don't think I could change it. There's no way to disguise. We will never make it. Should I hold on, or is it just a waste of time? Oh, one thing that I know for sure, I saw goodbye in her eyes. I saw goodbye in her eyes.
Yeah, y'all.
The retard at the end and everything, you know?
Yeah.
Hot ladies damn.
Beauty.
That's another one that just hits a little different after that story now.
Yeah.
Like,
Sister Jada over here almost
No,
lost
like-
it. She almost got the spirit.
no, like, I've heard that song hundreds and hundreds
Yeah.
of times, but like, to hear you sing, I've never heard you sing that
Yeah.
song before.
Oh, God.
I hope I always hear you sing that song when I hear that song come on the radio, because that
Oh,
was just
Lord.
like, that's why we write songs. That's,
Right.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
To have a number one that's like, I mean, as writers, we're all proud of cuts and other
Yeah.
people that choose to sing our songs, but like, have a song like that, gosh. Proud of you, girlfriend.
Thank you. I'm very thankful that they let me be a part of that one, because
That's good.
I definitely, I knew it was a hit as soon as I heard that.
I'd imagine
I
they're
knew
pretty.
Wyatt Durrette, dude, that dude is a
He is a
ninja.
monster.
I'd imagine
So
they're.
good.
I
A good
imagine they're
monster.
pretty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're pretty happy that you're a part of that song too.
Yeah, well, it was a good time writing it too. I think I think Coy Bowles got in on that, and John Hopkins, and I don't know. a whole
Yeah,
bunch
y'all
of
had a
people
thing
hopped up
going,
in
that's
there.
for sure, man.
We were on the bus, just jumping around.
You know,
Hide my tears.
when I before I even moved to Nashville, the first break I had was there was a little booking agency that was interested in working with me, and that floored me that somebody wanted to put themselves out there and be a part of my world, and I didn't know what to do. I was
Yeah.
scared, and I had no idea. I didn't even know really what that meant, and they put me on a show with some other people that were part of their roster, and part of it I was like, I don't really even know about these guys. And then Sonia Leigh came up and played, and I was like, yep, we're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Where was that? Was that at?
That's probably the Tin Roof.
Is that the Tin Roof? Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the
There
first
you
time.
go.
I'll never. Yeah, I remember. I was like, I wonder if that's what he's talking. That's the first time I heard
Yeah.
him play, and I was like in the corner going, hot damn.
That's I met you too, Dad.
Well, wherever it was, I'm glad I met all of you.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to do one more round here, y'all. What I'd like to know, coming back to the top, Mando, we talked about the project you had come out a little over a year ago. What's up next for you, man? What
Well,
can
we're
we-
doing some pre-production, and that's one way to put what we're doing.
I love pre-production.
Well, I don't
Anything
even
can
know what
happen
that
in
means.
pre-production.
I think that just means we're not sure what we're doing, but yeah, looking
That's
to
the one.
looking.
When you say pre-production around songwriters,
That's like
everybody
a.
goes, well, hey, you looking for songs?
You
Let's
should
say-
use that in relationships. Well, we're in pre-production right now.
That's like before you've made it officially
Yeah,
official.
right.
You've had the
Yeah.
talk, the exclusive talk.
That's perfect. I love that.
Yeah, no, I'm going in soonish. I hope to do a new, because that's the thing. As I was saying earlier, it was so long between my last two records. It's been long between all my records, So trying to get some new stuff out sooner than later. So that's the plan.
Who you going
But-
in with this time? Do you know?
Well, I think Frank Liddell and I are probably going to do a record together.
Woo-woo!
Yeah, that's never a bad idea.
Boy.
But he's also my publisher and Jada's publisher. It's all about the songs, and we're not sure what it's all about the songs and everything else. So I don't know. We'll see. What happens? Pre-production.
For everybody out there listening right now, when Frank Liddell wants to be involved with you, y'all just Google that guy's name and you'll see why that's a big deal.
There.
You know, that's awesome. And you know what, man? He's smart to work with you, dude. I love everything you do, man.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
What you got up for us now here, man?
Well, I don't know what to do now. My head's all scrambled.
I know.
I'll do one. It's I wrote this. This is newer. I don't know if it's going to be on anything, but wrote it by myself, and I wrote it before the pandemic, but it seems to be timely. And I don't like pandemic songs. So this isn't technically a pandemic song because I wrote it before. It's called.
What makes a pandemic song a pandemic song? Songs about the pandemic, or songs you wrote during the pandemic?
And now this sounds like it's about it, but it's not because I wrote it before.
Gotcha. Okay,
It's called "How Did Everything Get So Strange."
Oh.
Man, it's a soothsayer.
Word.
It's in G there.
He's an oracle.
Joshy.
Oh, darling, baby, that's alright. How did everything get so strange? I got a busted wheel, a peculiar feeling. Something ain't quite the same. And my intuition ain't what I've been wishing. Swore it tasted like sugar cane. Must have paralyzed me where the back road drives me. Should've stayed in my own lane. I should've read the signs, but where the full moon shined, I got blinded with rhythm and steel. Rolled the dice behind me. Now if anything finds me, I'm pretty sure the bad luck will. Ain't gonna lie, we better hold on tight. Something's telling me something ain't right. Oh, darling, baby, that's alright. How did everything get so strange? Just another day, nothing in my way, ain't nothing but the messing around. I wasn't looking, hardly looking. Well, honey, look what I found. Hooked up a good lather in a cold, dark tavern, and the room started spinning in place. Yeah, the room was flying. The truth, it wasn't lying, it was pouring straight down my face. Gonna try to stay away, they're gonna dog day trip it, gonna sip it till the very last mile. Gonna dim the lights until the bright sun rises. Might as well go out in style. And we'll hang a conscience on a clothesline. I hope it don't take long for the sweat to dry. Oh, darling, baby, that's alright. How did everything get so strange? Doesn't mean I'm gonna like it. Looking for a little more bad news. Got the TV talking like a dead man walking, looking for a side to choose. Ain't no fair weather, gotta keep it all together. Guess we're headed for a thunder and storm. Hope we make it on back in no time. It don't look like nothing but a slow grind. Oh, darling, baby, that's alright. How did everything get so strange? I got a busted wheel, peculiar feeling. Something ain't quite the same. My intuition ain't what I've been wishing. Swore it tasted like sugar cane. Must have paralyzed me where the back road drives me. Should've stayed in my own lane. I should've read the signs, but where the full moon shine, I got blinded with rhythm and steel. Rolled the dice behind me. Now if anything finds me, I'm pretty sure the bad luck will. Ain't gonna lie, we better hold on tight. Something's telling me something ain't right. Oh, darling, baby, that's alright. How did everything get so strange?
Oh, you know, Mando.
That's Mando the Oracle signs there, y'all.
Mando with the, I wrote this one with myself.
Oh man, well,
So
whether that
good.
makes the cut for your project or not, man, I know that I'm be looking forward to what you and Frank have coming at us, man.
Well, thank you. Pre-production.
Pre-production.
We're in the bowels of pre-production right now. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck to that. To you on that.
They ain't even holding hands yet, y'all. It's still pre-production. Well, man, thank you so very much for being here, and we hope to have you back real soon.
Absolutely. Thank you, and it's good to see your tiny face and
Your tiny face. Your tiny face and your big beard
And your big
and your
beard.
warm heart.
This is the first time my face has ever been tiny. I got the most gigantic head of all time.
It's small in our eyes, Dave.
no. Thank you so much. Seriously.
Oh man, any time you guys, we're got an open door policy with all three of you guys as far as this goes. Jaida Dreyer, tell us a little bit about what's coming up next for you. What do you got coming in down the pipe?
Oh man, I don't know. Good things, I hope.
Well, I assume that much.
Well, yeah.
Just riding horses and writing songs and
Less riding horses and more writing songs these days. The horses were good to have during the pandemic, that's for sure. As much as I've cursed them over the years, it was nice to have something to wake up and have to go and take care of. Otherwise, I think I would have circled that drain extra hard.
right.
But like Mando said, I'm over at Carnival now.
We love
I
you
just
guys
signed
over there,
there
man.
in September, and I'm so happy to be there because Frank was literally the first meeting, Frank Liddell, first meeting I ever had in this town ever, and so it feels very full circle
Yeah.
to be over there now. So just writing songs and hopefully getting back out on the road and playing shows. I played the Grand Ole Opry.
I was getting ready to say,
last
where
night.
were you
Yeah.
last night?
Yeah, I was at the Grand Ole
last night?
Opry. Yep, last night
Yeah.
with it was my buddy Cor Blund, who's one of my favorite collaborators and tour mates and songwriting partners, and it was his debut, and so he had me come and sing
That's
a song
great.
with him. Yeah, so hopefully there will be more of that in the
Well,
future.
We look forward to what you got coming down the road here, and we're very appreciative of Carnival Music, man. They have been a big supporter of Southern Rounds, and a lot of you guys over there have come and been a part of the show, and we really appreciate everything that Frank and Ben Ratliff and all the folks over there do to help us out. So big shout out to Carnival Music as well.
You.
Tell us a little bit about what you're going to play for us here.
Oh man.
Ma'am?
Well, I was gonna sing a song that Reba McEntire recorded, but then I changed my mind, and I'm gonna sing.
I was going to play this Reba song, but I
was gonna
decided
play
against
this Reba song. I literally went down and switched my cheat sheets around, and I'm gonna play this song. It's called "Something Worth Leaving Behind." I wrote it with Lee Nash and Park Chisholm. And it feels very appropriate to sing this among my fellow songwriters. It's a song for songwriters,
All right.
about songwriters.
Well, everybody
Here we
else
go.
out there can still
Lovely.
listen. It's okay.
She's great. So great.
Sweetest, awesomest person.
This old guitar's not gonna die. I don't have to plug it in just to keep it alive. Like my daddy's voice, there's a warmth you can feel. Prayer in the woods, strength in the steel. And I keep my eyes on what is eternal. It's a song that won't fade away. But still I ask myself, what is eternal? Anyway, oh anyway, I'm desperate for a life that has meaning. I'm trying to write a line that's worth repeating, that'll make you think of me when my heart's done beating, that you'll pass down the line that stands the test of time, something worth leaving behind. The inevitable, it's weighing on me tonight. I'm just trying to find the balance between wrong and the right. But when you hold my hand, I'm reminded of the truth that our love remains long after me and you. So I keep my eyes on what is eternal, the unbroken link in the chain. But still I ask myself, what is eternal anyway? Oh, anyway. 'Cause I'm desperate for a life that has meaning, something bigger than ourselves that's worth believing, that'll make you think of me when my heart's done beating, that you'll pass down the line that stands the test of time, something worth leaving behind. We're all desperate for a life that's worth meaning, and searching for that line that's worth repeating, that'll keep this world forever always singing, that you'll pass down the line that stands the test of time, something worth leaving behind, something worth leaving behind.
Beautiful.
Josh Owen, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Joshy.
Josh, thank you for being here, man.
Yeah.
I'm usually really good about muting myself on this, but I caught myself. You saying the first line, "This guitar ain't gonna die," and I forgot to mute it, and I was like, "Shit, that's a good line." And I was like, "Oh, I heard myself." I had to mute it.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Beautiful song. That's Jaida Dreyer, everybody.
Thanks,
Y'all just check out
guys.
everything she does.
What was
Is
that?
that recorded in it? Sorry. I
Lee recorded it, and she has a version out on iTunes. Yep.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely
Thanks, friends.
lovely.
This was so fun.
You guys, everybody out there listening tonight, y'all have had an absolutely wonderful show. We thank you guys for listening. Man, y'all hit that tip jar one more time for these guys. We split that evenly among the performers here,
Bring it on.
bringing their time
We're
and their
starving.
efforts here for this evening. You guys have been privy to a really, really incredible show. But we really appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate everybody behind the scenes. Next week, 2 weeks from now, Vinny Palese is going to be on the show, and we're going to he and I are going to round out the rest of that show tomorrow afternoon. So we'll keep posted with Southern Rounds for that. And finally, we're going to do one more song from Sonia Leigh because
Girl.
that's the
Close
only
us
way
out.
I know
Come
to
on.
finish out
Bring
this
us
show.
home.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, guys, here's the deal. All right. I have a song called Booty Call that I'm wondering if I say
Yeah, you do.
if I play it. I'm just trying to get tips now. Okay. Either that or I could do a new one that I was thinking we could all sing together, the one we were doing earlier.
That
So,
sounded good in pre-production.
Yeah, it sounded really good. So we don't have to do Booty Call, but Booty Call is on Spotify, please. And I
See,
wrote
there
that
you go.
with-
We're gonna
And
get the
that is
best of
good.
both worlds.
Check that out.
Listen to this song live now, and then
Yeah, this
go
is brand
listen to
new.
Booty Call,
Yeah, and that
which
one I
I've
wrote.
heard many
I wrote
times,
that
and it's
with.
fantastic.
Oh, you've heard it, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it, girl. I've been in the round when you sang it. I think I was
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
if you want to get some booty.
I wrote that with Rustin Kelly, Brooke Eden, Ty Graham, and Kelly North. one crazy ass night. But anyway, it's worth taking in and listening to. Man, this has been so very cool.
Yeah.
What a treat! Like this has been a wonderful spiritual type night for me. So
Yeah.
thank you guys for having me, and to
Amen.
everybody tuned in for just being yourselves and being cool and shit. Sorry, I keep saying cuss words. I'm trying not to.
No, you can say shit. It's okay.
Dave said it first.
Shit's not a cuss word
Yeah,
anymore.
it's fine.
It's not, is it? They say it on TV and stuff.
We're not using the operative form. It's okay.
I'm working on a new record. I got a couple of different things coming out.
Yeah, you are.
project. Yeah. So, but I'm pre-production as well. Kind of. I think that we're in the courting stages. Charlie Midnight and Buck Johnson, who are Charlie did Joe Cocker and James Brown and a whole bunch of stuff, and I just look up to him so much, and Buck Johnson plays, Aerosmith and Johnny Depp and stuff. And like he's here in Nashville, so he's kind of my point guy. And Charlie's in L.A., so we're just kind of still writing the record, and I'm still writing for the record, just so y'all know. So
Look at that.
I love it.
Don't y'all three act like you're going to leave me out either. I'm going to
Come on now. I mean
call
that.
all of them.
Anyway, so I wrote this, and I wrote this one by myself too. I'm gonna pull a Mando.
Yeah.
Woo!
But this is just I kind of like I don't, how do I say this without getting in trouble with my girlfriend? I was before her, so you know how when you come across you see an ex that old school ex, the one that just never I always have a fond kind of feeling when you think of them.
I have,
Anyway.
for the record, in case my wife is listening, I have no
Never.
idea what you're talking
No,
about.
but when I wrote this song, in all honesty, I wasn't single. I was single, so it was before I'm with my girlfriend now, who I love very much. I'm going to Hawaii to see her tomorrow.
Oh!
I'll be in your suitcase.
Sonia Leigh, y'all.
It's a new one that's called Never Stop Thinking About You.
Sonia Leigh and the Sonia Leigh 3 back here.
This is
Hit it.
what's the name of this band?
Dude, did we just start a band?
That's the name of our band. Did we just start a band?
Yeah. Our first single is Did We Just Start a Band?
Title
Man.
track.
I got a ghost follows me everywhere I go. Yes, I've got a memory of a place and time I can't shake and know. If you ever wonder way I do know, I've not forgotten you, and I never stop thinking about you. Never stop thinking about you, my love. After all this time, never stop thinking about you. Never stop thinking about you, my love. After all this time, you're still on my mind. I've been to Italy, Spain, all around the world. Thoughts of you remain. Yes, I've been in love 7 times or 2, but somehow my thoughts, they turn me back to you. So if you ever wonder, way I do know, my love, I've not forgotten you, and I never stop thinking about you. Never stop thinking about you, my love. After all this time, never stop thinking about you. Never stop thinking about you, my love. After all this time, you're still on my mind. still on my mind. Hi, Josh, tell him about it. So much time has passed, I know we both live different lives. And sometimes I drift away and I wonder where you are, if you're doing alright. So if you ever wonder, ooh, the way I do, know my love, I'm not got to you. And I never stop thinking about you, never stop thinking about you, my love. After all this time, I never stop thinking about you. I never stop thinking about you, oh my love. After all this time, you're still on my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Hell yeah.
Did we just start a band, man?
Started a band. We just started a band.
Still waiting for that.
I don't even sing
Still waiting for that
bass now,
last
though.
chord.
I know, right? I love to hang it. The next single is "Are You in Drop D?"
Oh yeah.
Are you in standard?
Oh, I don't even sing bass, but I was singing the low part, bottom part over here, y'all. Man, what a fantastic show, guys. Thank y'all so much for being here. To everybody out there watching tonight, man, thank you guys for tuning in. What a fantastic show. To everybody behind the scenes, to Preetham, to Nina, to Richard, to Wyatt, to everybody at Bubble Up and everybody in between. Thank y'all so much for what you do. Mando Saenz, to Jaida Dreyer, to Sonia Leigh, to Josh Owen back there picking on everybody's songs. Man, what a great night. Hope you guys tune in 2 more weeks on 420. Vinny Paolizzi is going to be here. We're going to round out the rest of that show here shortly, so be paying attention to that. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you here in a couple weeks. Southern Rounds.
Thank you.
Audio.
Go, Brad.